Hi, everyone, and welcome to our Intro to Marketing class. If you are a business owner, a content creator, an influencer, and you want to learn how to market your content, your products, your services, this is the class for you. Let's go ahead and get started. This is what we will be covering in this session. It will be business branding, target consumer, who your target audience is, your social media presence, marketing techniques, paid advertising, and then finally would be community partnerships. This seems like it's a lot, but they go hand in hand, and it's almost like once you do one thing, you're like, okay, this is the next step, right? It's part of that next project and for the marketing side of the business. There's a lot of mini projects when it comes to marketing. So what are the benefits of marketing? Number one is you establish credibility, right? If you have a business idea, if you don't have your logo, if you don't have any branding, if you don't have any presence online, they're like, I'm not sure if you even exist, right? Especially nowadays. Now, they want to make sure that your business is active. So you don't want to just have something, put it up, and then don't touch it ever again. So you want to make sure that you're keeping it active at least once a week. And you also want to make sure that you have your brand awareness. So your logo, your brand design is consistent throughout your marketing. Number two, you're going to attract new customers, more customers and new customers. You have to make sure you are active on your socials, and that way you can interact with your customers. You can also run ads and promos and events once you know what your customer is and who your target audience is. So you get to learn more about your customer as well. And lastly, everyone's favorite, right, is increased sales. You get new customers, and then you can also start selling online, which is something that we will touch base on as well. And that goes hand in hand with marketing. Now we have the e-commerce side of businesses. Okay, so let's talk about, this is going to be brief, establishing your brand. You want to make sure that you have like your logo, your flyers, your shirts, merch, stickers, signs, all the basic things where if you had a shirt, you're walking around, they're going to recognize it, right? You're walking at yourself. So starting there, you don't have to invest too much. And then if you decide to, invest in like Facebook ads or something else in the future where it's a little bit more permanent, right? It's already online, then you want to make sure that you have a good logo. If you want to learn more about digital marketing, I have my one-on-one course. The link is right here. It's going to be in the PDF that I sent you. And you can take a course on how to actually create your own logo using Canva and also how to design your own social media post and your brand kit. So you have your brand and your logo. You want to now figure out who is your target customer. You can also do this before you have your brand kit, but it's important to break it down. It doesn't have to be so complex, and it's not just going to be one target audience, right? It could be multiple within a group. It could be multiple within different things. Now, for example, is Starbucks. Starbucks, right? Their target audience is between 25 to 40-year-olds. It accommodates them by having remodeled locations to suit their preference and to have like cool drinks. And that is the age range that they're right. And they also have money to spend. And they're also drinking more coffee. When people are younger, they don't drink that much coffee, which makes sense, right? Before you would assume that it would be more like, let's say they sell more teas. I'm sure the teas, they sell those a lot to their target audience is going to be different. So depending on your product, your target audience is going to be different. The second thing for Starbucks would be if their customers are tech savvy, right? They invest a lot in their mobile apps because their customers are tech savvy, which is very important because then if you think about it, in the mobile apps, they can send customer auto notifications, and that is completely free versus having to send a text message or having to send an email. So that is important to know. And lastly would be they focus on working professionals. They make sure that they're in like cities or suburbs where people want to meet or work, and that is some of their target market. I believe this would be for coffee, right? There could be a different target market for different products. Now, it's important to know a few things for the target market. One would be age group. You can have multiple different age groups. Two would be if someone is single or if they have a family. And so, right, it would be like spending. How much are they spending? Third one would be, do they work in person or online? These are new things that you could take into consideration. And lastly would be, do they use tech, right? Are they tech savvy? Do you need to send an email marketing? Do you have to send them an app notification? You have to create an app, or do you have to send a mail marketing, right? Maybe you just want to do the old school way. That's also a very important way to market. And it's important to start by just doing that and creating your brand awareness that way. Okay, so moving on from there, we can talk about how to start marketing, right? You have your target audience, you have your brand, you're ready to get started, and you're like, what do I do now? Okay, I have an idea of what I want my logo to be. What do I do? So you can design it yourself. Like I mentioned, you could take a course and design it yourself. I use Canva for like everything. It's very simple to use and it gives you a lot of great templates. YouTube as well, right? YouTube is like my professor for everything. I learned so much on YouTube and I also teach on YouTube now. So you can follow me along there or you can learn on your own and follow other great content creators and professionals that will be able to guide you on how to create your best logo. Or you can hire a professional, right? You can go on Upwork, you can find individual talents. It doesn't have to be like, oh, you're going to pay this company thousands of dollars to create something for you. No, now you actually can work with these independent contractors and you can post, I'm looking for someone to create a logo for my new matcha, right, place, or for my new hair salon. And you can send ideas from Pinterest and people can send you, they'll be like, oh, it's going to be $100 for a logo, right? It's very affordable. You don't have to pay too much to get a logo started. Then afterwards, you can redo your brand like in a year or two. So don't worry too much about it. Just make sure that it is the vision that you want it to be. And we'll get a little bit more into detail about the branding in the after this. Now you have your branding, let's say you work for the professional, you have your logo, you have your brand, your color scheme. Now you can start posting on social media. You're like, where am I going to start? What social media platform should I start with? So these are the top 4 that I recommend for businesses, starting with Facebook because it's the easiest. And I'll go more in depth into each of these. We have Instagram, TikTok, and then Google My Business. Now, let's talk about your branding on the online platforms, which includes your website, right? You want to make sure you have some sort of link. You can have your main page. It could be a super simple, the simpler, the better, with some images about you and then your contact information. You can use like Linktree, Wix, Square. If you go on instabizcoach.com, I have all the links on there and you can select business and all of those will be on there. And now we are going to break it down to so this is a Google business and why it is important to have it and to continue updating it is what I've learned. Like I mentioned, Google is where everyone's going to go to search, or if someone's searching for, I don't know, a coffee shop, they're going to type in coffee. And of course, right, Google is the one that's going to show it. So you want to make sure that your hours are up to date. You want to make sure that your menu is up to date. You want to make sure your website link is working. You want to make sure your address is accurate, your phone number, and that you have images and that you're updating images. You can also do, it's not events, but it's updates. You can send like update posts and thousands of people view it. So Google really pushes that. So if you're going to create a Google My Business, you should start posting like, let's say sale of the week, you could say coffee's half off on Mondays or coffee all week is half off, and the Google will really push that. Okay, so connected to Google would be your reviews, right, which are extremely important and which will also determine the success of your business. I know a lot of businesses that have gone under because reviews, right? Because it's clearly like, what are you serving? You want to make sure, right? It's people holding each other accountable. That's what reviews are. You always want to make sure you have 4+ stars. So always ask your customers for reviews. That's how you can also, if they say, oh, I wish I could leave you a tip, you're like, just leave me a review. And they're like, wow, yeah, of course. And you get one, I promise you. 2 would be, get you the review. 3 would be share it with your customers and with your employees, right? You got to hype them up, tell them, look, we got a great review. And also for your customers, you'll be like, oh my God, we got a review. They'll be like, wow, I want to go there. And lastly, like I mentioned, is share with your customers. So reviews are important and they're just a sign of, right? It verifies you as a business. So Google Business is the number 1 because it's the first place your customers will be able to find your business, your hours of operation, and your website link. Right now, let's assume you are just starting your business and you don't have a physical location. Then you can also just start your Facebook, right? Your Facebook has your hours, it has the address, it has your products. You can say like the services you offer. You can showcase your products, join the community groups, and share on there all your social posts that you create. And you can also host events on there, whether it's either online or in person. You can really promote Facebook events, and Facebook really likes to push for events. And you can also run Facebook ads in the future, which will sync with your Instagram. So Facebook and Instagram are both under Meta Business. And Meta Business is amazing. So if you do the Meta Business, if you go on Facebook and you say you want to connect my Instagram, you have your Facebook, you have a personal Facebook account, then you create your business account, and then from your business Facebook account, you'll create your Instagram business account, and that will connect to the Facebook business account. So you have the 2 accounts, Facebook and Instagram accounts connected. And then you'll be able to just automatically post if you, it has like a content calendar. That's why I'm so excited about it, because it's brand new and it's free. So you'll be able to just post your content. You can decide on when you're going to post it as well. And then it'll sync up to both Facebook and Instagram automatically. So it's a game changer, and it's going to help a lot of businesses and business owners be able to manage their marketing and really excel and post more reels as well. And the fourth platform, which is my personal favorite and which is the moneymaker, is TikTok and TikTok Shop. I love TikTok Shop because you can get creative with it, right? And you can post a lot. You can test a lot, post a lot. Facebook and Instagram, it's more like, okay, that is on there. And it's more like, you know, a showcase. Versus TikTok, it's almost like Google now. It's like a search engine. So people can just go on there, type in something, and you want to make sure you're posting things that are searchable and easy to find. So you can post a lot of content on there. And a lot of things can go viral. You can also sell on live and sell products directly to customers using TikTok Shop once you're ready to launch your product and sell online. Okay, so Facebook and Instagram, we want to make sure you sync those two. Now, Facebook is your mini website, right? And then also your groups. You can sell online and you can connect with other business owners on Facebook pages as well. And Instagram, you can get a lot of leads on there, and you can chat more with your customers as well. And you can, you know, if you meet someone, you can say, oh, follow me on Instagram. That's usually where people are at now, especially if you go to events or if you go to pop-up events. That's kind of like your business card is the Instagram page. Okay, so if you're going to design on your own, then you would be using Canva. Like I mentioned, it's the easiest. Like it shows you all the different templates you can use. You can get started on designing your first Instagram post, your first Facebook post, your first event template. All of that is on Canva, including your business cards, stickers, t-shirt kind of samples. All of that is on here, and you can get really inspired, and it's just a sigh of relief when you're like, wow, you know, I don't have to come up with all of this myself. You can just kind of piggyback off of other ideas that are on here. And talking about ideas, here are some easy samples, right? It looks like it's easy, but you have to go in and edit it. So for example, the buy one, get one free. If it was a coffee, I'd have to go in there and just change the picture of the hamburger. And yeah, that's pretty much it for that one. And then if I was doing like this Mother's Day sale that's coming up, right? Up to 30% off, you just go in there and change like the percentage off. So it's not that complicated, but you still have to go in and make your edits. The contest one is really good, and we'll talk more about partnerships and contests, but this is an example. It would be, right, you post a contest, you get a lot of followers with contests. So let's say I'm going to give out a online gift card to I don't know, a burger place, right? Then I could say, follow us, make sure you like this post, and make sure you share it on your stories, right? Because that's where people click, and that's where people mass share. Imagine if you get one person shares it, and then 10 people share it, and then from that, you know, that's how these contests work, and people want it because that's how they qualify to get into the contest. And then there's like third-party platforms. You go on the web, you can go online and you can search up how to select a contest winner on Instagram, and it'll pull, you copy the link to your post, and it'll just pull all of the information and it'll select a winner. So if someone's like questioning if you selected a winner, you can just like screen record it and share it, and people like that too. So make it kind of gamified, and we'll talk about partnerships, because then you can partner with another business and then you can make it like a double contest. Okay, so this is Facebook ads and Instagram ads. I'm not gonna play this one right now. You guys can go ahead and play it later. But what it does is it shows you how you can run ads. And the first thing you have to do is you have to make sure that you create a post that is gonna be ads worthy, right? You're gonna make sure that it's gonna have a lot of traction organically. And then if you post it as an ad, it's gonna be worth the investment, because usually it's $5 a day and you wanna post it for at least 5 days. So that's about $25 that you're gonna invest on an ad, and you wanna make sure that all the information is correct, because once you submit it, you cannot edit it. Let's talk about partnerships a little bit. Once you're already established, let's say I have a water bottle business, right? I just launched my water bottle. It is all natural, bamboo, I don't know. And I'm like, I want to partner with a water dispenser, a water company, right? I don't, maybe here in the States, they don't have them anymore, but in Mexico, they have like water places where you go and refill your water. Let's say they have them here in the States, and you're like, okay, they have a gift card and you have this, you're like, I'm gonna give a $100 gift card and a water bottle. And then people are sharing, and that's a partnership. It doesn't mean that you have to pay them anything, and they don't pay you anything. Let me give you a better example. let's say I have a water bottle and I'm partnering with Michoacana, right? Everyone knows what Michoacana is, right? In the United States, the Michoacanas, they have aguas frescas. And so we'll say you have $100 gift card with a local Michoacana. I go and I ask them, hey, do you want to partner? I have this water bottle that's really popular. I can post something funny, a reel or something. And they'll be like, sure, of course. $100 is a lot to your customers, right? They don't know that. They just assume, wow, you're in partnership with La Michoacana, and to La Michoacana, to them, it's like, yeah, sure, you're helping us with marketing. So it's a win-win. And you can also start having those partnerships with those businesses around you that you have similar customers. That's what you want to do. You want to help each other out. So connecting with local businesses and customers and asking them like where you can ask your customers like where else do you go? What is your weekly, where do you go to weekly spend your money, or what other local businesses do you shop at? You also want to reach out to like your chambers of commerce, to see if they have any events that you can connect with, and that's how you can start finding local businesses that you can reach out to and business owners, or of course, Instagram and Facebook. So you can message them directly because they have the business accounts on there, and who's running the business accounts most of the time is the business owners. So instead of going door knocking, which is very difficult, and I tried doing it recently, and you can never find the business owners. So you have to make sure that you have an online presence and that you are right, that it looks legit, and it's not just like you have one follower and then you try to message a business. They want to make sure that your presence is there and that it's worth their time. That's why it's a partnership. It's a win-win situation. So talking about the partnering situation, right? You don't have to like sign a contract or anything. It's not like a huge, crazy partnership. It's just, you could just message somebody. You can message a few businesses and say, hey, I can send you my product, or I can send you this. Here's a post that I've created. Can I share it and tag you? Yes. Okay, great. You could even buy the product for them. You can say, hey, I want to purchase this product and put it in a goodie bag and raffle it off. They'll be like, yes, of course, great. So you could do smaller partnerships like that as well before you do a larger partnership. Now, if once you do a larger partnership, that is when you are partner with them like on a monthly basis, and eventually you're like, hey, let's help each other out, grow our businesses together. You help me out, I help you out, because one of our businesses, they're both going to grow. So that is how you then use social media, right? With the platforms, the partnering, people are going to be like, wow, let me follow this person because this other partner trusts them. So that is why partnerships are great, because that means like you're trusting in each other. You're working together, and your customers can see all of this, and that is what people want to see too. They want to see transparency. So create an attractive post and flyer, like I mentioned, Canva. Poster My Wall is a really cool tool for flyers. So if you wanted to do like a flyer, or if you were doing maybe even like a giveaway or like a raffle where people actually came to, pick a raffle, you can put flyers and post them around the community. And lastly would be Facebook groups and Instagram. Facebook groups are so good because especially for raffles, people go crazy. Anything free, post it on Facebook groups. They're gonna love it. If you're like, oh, we have, today come in and get a free taste of this, people are gonna show up. And the easiest way to communicate with a community that your business is in is through Facebook groups. And lastly, people are just going to start reaching out to you and want to partner with you. And the thing is, you have to say yes, because if not, they're going to go with someone else, right? If you're looking for partners, like I mentioned, I send it to a few partners, and the few that respond, great. And the few that don't, oh, well, maybe next time I'll reach out. But I'm going to consider the partners that are saying yes more than the ones that are saying no, right? And same vice versa. Eventually, the other businesses or businesses that are starting up are going to see you're doing well, and they're going to be like, hey, can we partner? And you have to have something where you can partner with. So make sure that you have a service or a product that you can say, yeah, this is an easy thing that I can say, hey, partner with me this. Or you can even message people and say, hey, I have this product. I'm going to just send it to you. Try it out. Let me know what you think. Post a video on it, right? That's like affiliate marketing. And that's pretty much like you're partnering with an individual for them to help you market your stuff. We'll talk about affiliate marketing in another course maybe, but yeah, affiliate marketing is also the way to go and how you can help promote other businesses. Here are some examples of partnerships that I've had with my personal business. I own a juice bar, and some of the longer standing business partnerships was like the coffee. We had like Back of the House Coffee for a few years. And then we also partnered with like Eat Clean Chicago. We had like the gluten-free donuts. So those are like the longer partnerships that at first we tested it out and people were like, yes, we do like this product together. So we started carrying it at the juice bar. And then other partnerships that were shorter, but are also very important, right? Like with Remax, we had like our little ice cream cart, and we took it there for like one event, but now they continue to reach out to us, to take it out. And same with like a gym, we took our cart there, and those are great partnerships. And from there, we got exposure to other customers that are similar to theirs and ours. Okay, great. So our overview of the marketing course is design, right? You want to make sure you have a good design, good brand, and identity, and then you also want to make sure that you're on your social media platforms and that you are posting consistently at least once a week. And finally would be selling, making sure that you're selling and staying in communication with your customers, and that you have your brand continues to grow and you continue to get ideas from other similar businesses like yours.